All right, everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to open up these couple packs I picked up at my Walmart on my most recent video. We got a Donruss Elite pack, 30 card value pack. I believe this was $8. Exclusive pink parallels are going to be inside. And then the higher end of the two, the Mosaic, 15 cards per pack, Mosaic camo, pink parallels also in there as well. So this will be my first chance to open up any of these releases for this year. And obviously football has been, whoa, that came open super easy. But I guess it's okay. There's our pink ones at the very end. I guess we'll flip that to the back, maybe. We'll go that way and see what we have. But yeah, it's my first chance to open up Donruss Elite. I know it's kind of a lower end product, but it's kind of got a nice little look to it. Obviously the cards kind of have that rainbow foil look. DK Metcalf for the Seahawks. Jahan Dotson, I have him on one of my fantasy teams, and he has been a disappointment for sure. Tyreek Hill has not been a disappointment. He's a little banged up right now. Hopefully he'll be able to play. Got that big game coming up with the Chiefs in Germany. Josh Allen got a big win last night against Tampa Bay Bucks on Thursday Night Football. Christian Kirk had a nice season last year. Matthew Stafford, Derrick Henry. A lot of rumors about if the Titans are going to try to tank or trade potentially Derrick Henry. There's Travis Kelce. Trav right on top there for the Kansas City Chiefs. Joey Bosa. Chargers are quite the disappointment so far. Chris Godwin. Lamar Jackson had a nice game last week. Myles Garrett in that #1 defense for the Cleveland Browns. Drake London for Atlanta. They're in first place, surprisingly, this year. Terry McLaurin. So we've got a couple of Washington receivers. There's Joey Bosa's brother, Nick Bosa, who's an absolute stud for the 49ers. Garrett Wilson trying to maybe make a playoff run with the Jets this year if they can get Zach Wilson to play up to the potential they were hoping for Aaron Rodgers to play at. There's ETN, Joe Mixon for the Bengals, Deshaun Watson. This, you never really know if he's going to play or be cleared and not play or be injured, and who knows with Deshaun Watson. Saquon Barkley and Jamal Williams kind of had a little bit of a bummer of a year so far. Aaron Rodgers obviously played those 4 plays and then tore his Achilles. I really don't think he's going to be able to come back and play this year, but you never know. Justin Jefferson, obviously injured right now. Dak Prescott, that looks like their special red, white, and blue striped helmet there. And then the last few packs, I guess we can go from the back here. We've got Geno Smith, who has a big game against the Browns. Speaking of the Browns, there's Nick Chubb. Had that devastating injury. He's going to be out for the rest of the year. DeAndre Hopkins is not with the Cardinals anymore, signed with Tennessee, I believe. Oh, there's one of our pink parallels, and it's of Trevor Lawrence, the cover athlete for the pack there. Exclusive pink parallel. Don't believe these are numbered, but still very nice. Bottom right-hand corner is a little bit iffy, but it's not like these cards are going to be cards you're going to try to get graded or anything. Trevor Lawrence pink parallel. We got, looks like a Riley Moss rookie card, and his top left corner is all dinged up. Riley Moss, don't know anything about him. Looks like he's an Iowa Hawkeye Elite Coverage Skills, 3rd round draft pick. And then our final one, Devin Duvernay, Full Throttle. Pink parallel there of an insert card. Full Throttle, averaging 21.6 miles per hour on one of his touchdown catches probably last year. So, yep, there it is, 103-yard burst to the end zone, max speed of 21.6 miles per hour. So there you go. Obviously, the best card in that is the Trevor Lawrence. And Travis Kelce, probably the second best as a Chiefs fan. We'll go here to the value pack of Mosaic. We also will be looking for some camo pink parallels in Mosaic as well. As we flip it around the back, I can see the pink sticking out there from the top. We've got John Mechie. He was a Alabama Crimson Tide player and got injured, and he's just now starting to make his way back out onto the field. Nick Chubb, speaking of injured, we just saw him in the other pack. Eli Manning. So this, I always forget Mosaic has some of the legends of the game in there. Juju Smith-Schuster has been banged up and hasn't been as productive for the Patriots as he was for the Chiefs last year. Josh Downs, NFL debut. He has had a really nice year so far for the Colts. He's kind of turned into their #2 receiver after Michael Pittman. Vita Vea, defensive tackle. Not too many defensive tackles get cards in releases like this. Here's a rookie of Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker is a quarterback who was at Tennessee and got hurt at the end of the year. So they took a flyer on him, and hopefully he can get healed up and be a productive, obviously, backup for right now to Jared Goff. But, yeah, he had a nice Nice career at Tennessee as a collegiate player. Speaking of another rookie there, Zach Charbonnet may be able to carry the workload this year, or this week, as he may be the starter this week due to injury. Tyreek Stevenson, looks like we have a little bit of a parallel there, and I'm the worst at knowing these names of these parallels. So I'm just going to act like I don't know it, because I don't. Tyreek Stevenson, looks like a cornerback, 6 foot, 198 pounder from Miami. So there's our Tyreek Stevenson first parallel card. Our second green here of Drake London. Drake London we saw in the other pack as well. One of the top receivers, if not the top receiver, for the Atlanta Falcons, who are in contention for their, NFC South. Devontae Adams struggling with the Raiders. People say he wants out of there, but the Raiders aren't going to trade him. Mike Quick, speaking of a legend of the game there's the old school Philly uniforms back when they had Randall Cunningham throwing the ball all over the place. Mike Quick made the Eagles Hall of Fame, and you see that 61 touchdowns in his career. If you didn't really grow up in the 90s, late 80s and 90s, you may not know a lot about him. LaDainian Tomlinson, now everyone should know him. Hall of Famer, and obviously still very visible on NFL Network and on television in other areas as well. We've got a C.J. Mosley. This is looks like bang is maybe the outline there of the words. Big hit there for C.J. Mosley of the Jets. And then our final card, we have a prism parallel or refractor look here, NFL debut of Jalen Hyatt, who was one of Hendon Hooker's teammates at Tennessee, if I remember correctly, for the New York Giants. He's quickly becoming a bigger and bigger part of their offense. And he was at Tennessee, 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns last year. So overall, not too bad. Did not hit any insane rookies, but not a bad little rip, and it was always fun to open up some of these cards whenever you get a chance to see them out there. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.